Hello, I'm Brian Howard. I'm at Brigham Young University, Idaho. Instead of sunny Las Vegas today, I should be there, but instead I'm defending my dissertation. So I'm taking part in this presentation on Web 2.0 in the classroom via some Web 2.0 tools, I guess, recording this on ScreenFlow in my office, and hopefully I'll have some things that might be helpful to you as you're trying to incorporate Web 2.0 in whatever you do. I've been teaching a class called Multimedia Video Journalism over the last several semesters, and one thing that I've done that's been very helpful to me is I've assigned the students to post on a blog twice over the semester, and the blog has to be some sort of resource, piece of software, tutorial, whatever it happens to be that's associated with our multimedia class. And so I can scroll down here, and each semester I have 20 to 30 students in the class, so I get 40 to 60 new tools or resources every semester. Some are better than others, as you can imagine, but I want to share with you a couple that I've found from students over the last couple of years that have been very helpful. One that I was introduced to last semester is called Aviary. Aviary is actually a multimedia tool that's free, and it's on the web, and most of the resources I try and find here try to save students money, because there's so many resources on the web that are very helpful and useful, but they don't have to cost a lot of money to save students a few bucks, and me a few bucks as well. And this one actually, as you can see, has several editors: color, image, effects, etc., etc. The one that I've used the most is one that's an audio editor, and in fact I'm going to pull it in right now. The music in the background that you've been hearing comes from Aviary. It looks a lot like GarageBand in that it's got lots of tracks, and it has different loops that you can put into it. You can also import your own loops or do your own voiceovers. It allows you to record that. And so right now I just put a little background music together with some loops so I can put it behind here. And you know how difficult that is sometimes to get the copyright to music, to get students not to use copyrighted music, or to whatever you want to do. You need some music in the background, you want to put it out on the web, and you want to obey the law. So this is a good tool for that, because they can use these loops and create stuff. There is a little downside to it. Anything you can create is available to all the users who sign up for this free service, and so I guess if you want to keep something really cool to yourself, this might not be the product to use. But it's been a lot of fun, and again, it's providing the music in the background right now with just a few loops to set the mood for this presentation. The next one I want to share with you is called Photopeach. And Photopeach is an interesting one because there's a piece of software called Sound Slides that a lot of you may be familiar with, and that software allows you to take photos and you upload them, you arrange them however you want, put some transition between each of the photos, and then maybe put some music or some voiceover behind it, and then you can put it on a blog or somewhere on the web, and people can click on it and stop it and go back and forth and watch the slides as they go by. It's a really effective piece of photojournalism that's been used in a lot of websites and major websites today. Well, here's one. Photopeach is a free service that allows you to do this. So unlike Sound Slides, that does have a free demo version, but the Sound Slides, if you want to do anything serious, there's a paid component. Photopeach is free. You sign up, upload your photos, arrange them how you want, and then allows you to embed your Sound Slide or your Photopeach presentation, your slideshow presentation on the web wherever you want. This one I thought was particularly interesting. This was one that was created by one of the users of Photopeach, and they were documenting the evolution of Windows. So we're going to take a listen to this one for just a few seconds so you can see kind of what the finished product of these look like. That wasn't exactly where I wanted, so let me go back because I thought they were very creative in how they came up with this. There we go. Click on that. We'll reload it up again, and you'll hear some familiar sounds, you Windows users. Okay, we don't want to get too intense for this group with the music, but you get the idea of Photopeach, which allows you to do photo slideshows that you can embed on the internet. Now, the other thing that I found very handy is I've used Twitter a lot, as many of you have, but I try and follow media professionals, leaders in the field, to see what they're doing. And of course, one of those that I follow, many of you know about, is Mashable, which is a social media website. And they actually had a bit on this particular website called Wetoku. And Wetoku, I think, is still in its beta stage, but what it allows you to do is similar to Skype, but it's just for two people at a time. You set up an account, and you set up your webcam and your microphone, and then you send a web link to the person you want to interview. They click on it, and it's a very easy 2-step, 3-step setup where they make sure they have their webcam and a microphone. And it allows you right now to do a 10-minute interview. It's timed, and it hosts the interview for you, and then you can embed that interview into your website or your blog. And here's a few that I have done. Also, here's some featured ones from some other folks that have been done. This is for a gentleman from Technorati who did this one. So let me just play a few seconds of it. You can see the quality is similar to Skype, but I'm going to use it to teach my students to do interviewing back and forth with their classmates.
Hi, I'm Eric Olson, publisher of Blog Critics and Technorati, and we are speaking with Henry Copeland of Blog Ads for the State of the Blogosphere Report 2009. Hello,
hey,
Henry. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
And you can see as I down the volume here, you can pull this up full screen. And the full screen is okay quality. It's web quality, obviously, but people can see each other and they can do interviews with each other. I thought that would be a great resource for students trying to learn how to do better interviewing, also remotely, and they can do this type of thing. So Wetoku, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I really don't know, but if I pronounce it wrong and you know how to pronounce it, I apologize. But anyway, that's another resource that I've used. I have some fellow colleagues who've incorporated Twitter into their curriculum quite a bit, and not that they have students creating stuff for Twitter per se, but they have students sign up for it. At least they suggest that they do, so they can continue with conversations outside of the classroom that start inside the classroom. So this is Joel Judkins. He teaches visual media and design courses, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what students have had to say about using Twitter in the classroom.
Students that use it really like it. One semester I told everybody in one of my classes to use it, and I got a lot of resistance from that. And so right now, instead of trying to control or force a conversation, I try and just join in on the conversation.
Any good examples that you think of where you either asked a question or sent some information out or got some feedback from students that sticks out in your mind as something that was pretty useful or helpful?
Well, I tried using it on a hands-on final that I did the other day in class, and I thought that was really interesting. I allowed them to tweet questions to me, and when I answered them, then the whole class would be able to see them if they were using Twitter. Also, just recently I got a tweet, I guess, from a student who was resistant to use it at first. Now he's employed, and he's all excited about Twitter because he said it's important for his business to keep its kind of finger on the pulse of what their clients are saying and what people in industry are saying about their company. So,
all right, one of my colleagues who shares his information about using Twitter in the classroom and how he feels like it's extended the reach of what they do in class, and had some very good experiences with it. All right, well, that's my 2 bits for my Web 2.0 in the classroom. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you have too over the last couple of years as we're moving into the Web 3.0 process. We'll see what happens there, right? Anyway, thanks for listening to me, my 2 bits. Enjoy the sunny, fun time in Las Vegas, and hopefully I will see you next year at BEA.